Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV. Yes, John will be joining me in about 5 or 10 minutes. He's running a bit behind at the moment. So John will be here very, very shortly. Well, final day of the season, last game of the season, in the Premier League, that is, because there is a friendly to come yet. But yeah, last game of the Premier League season. We're away to Brentford at the G-Tech Community Stadium in London. This is going to be one of those games. But we will get into that very shortly. But what I'll do first of all is we go through the nitty-gritty first before we start. If you do like what you see, please do follow Sean the Sheep and do smash that like. That'd be fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. So if you haven't yet smashed the like, do give it a smash. And it does help the viewers find the channel easily. If you're brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe. Come be part of this great community we got here. Also, hitting that bell notification, that tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows as well. If you want to become members, 99p a month, just click the join button. And if you want to make a donation, do that in chat, clicking on the dollar sign, using the super chat function. All money reinvested back into the channel as well to bring you these great shows. Right. So now we're done with that. And why is this not going off? Because my computer's decided to have a go slow. There we go. Right, a notification decided to pop up and it stopped me from using StreamYard for a moment there. I'm delighted to be joined by John now. How are you, John? You all right?
Tony, how are we doing? Hi to everyone else in the chat. And it's a glorious day, isn't it? Glorious day,
it's
man.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It's a beautiful day. I mean, look.
Can't complain.
So, can it? It's just got to enjoy the moment, enjoy as much as you can, and So what I was seeing from my team today as a music performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we go into the before we get into it, I mean, look, we've seen some stories going around Twitter lately. One no more so than somebody who was associated with Newcastle United. Let's bring him on anyway. There he is. It is good old Steve Bruce, Cabbage Head. There we go. Apparently, he's now ready to come back to work. Who the hell wants to employ this guy? Because I'll tell you what, there's only one job that's going for him. He can go to the Man United job. I'll tell you what, you'll do well there. You'll take them down to the Championship. So, Man United, there's your man, Steve Bruce. There you go, Jim Ratcliffe. Go and sign Steve Bruce up. He'll do a good job like Ten Hag's doing.
Yeah.
He wants to come back to work, John. What do you think about that? Do you think he should just retire?
I think he should. I mean, the thing is, though, the game's gone past him. At the end of the day, you got younger managers coming through the game, like Kevin McKenna. He's young and he's doing a fantastic job. And then you got other young managers coming through as well. I mean, all these old school managers now seem to be phasing out. Let's be real. I mean, whoever appoints him, right, let me know. And I'll go on their channel and I'll tell them everything about Steve Bruce. This guy, he is finished. He is done. I mean, I'd rather take Fiona Bruce rather than Steve Bruce. Do you know what I mean? Let's be real. I mean, who is he linked to? I mean, not just it's been a lot of jobs available as well, but obviously Wagner's been sacked. Yeah. But look, that's another one. For him, I think he should manage in the League One, League Two, and let him go quietly. Let's be real, because whoever gets him, good luck to you. But yeah, he must be desperate. He must be desperate. I mean, ain't 8 million enough for him to retire?
Shit, well, yeah, he's got that much in the bank there. He should just retire, shouldn't he? Could be a billionaire by getting sacked from different clubs. But
yeah,
Brian says, evening, Tony and John. Well, it's afternoon, Brian, but never mind. Let's hope we make the Europe, because this is like £1 million game. Lose this, and not only massive implications on the club, top players, but also the manager. The Saudis don't play. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Brian. We've got to make sure we win this game today. It's a must win, you know.
Tony, it's a massive game for many reasons. Massive game for many reasons, because we must win the game for many reasons. Because I think we're going to bottle this. We're going to bottle this. We shouldn't be batting at home. Shouldn't be the worst United team I've ever seen in my life. And here we are. We've got to play Brentford. It's not going to be easy. And we got to win that game as well. But I said it's going to be 2s each. Yesterday I said that, but it's a massive game. I mean, I'll give a little stat, right, on 36, right? Last week I played at Man United, right? 70 minutes gone, 33 touches in 77 min. That's He needs to be dropped. He needs to be dropped because he's a passenger. We're carrying him. He is a passenger.
Yeah.
Get Jordan in today.
I mean, one thing I would ask you, John, is, I mean, look, we saw the news yesterday. And I think the news came through as a bit of a shock yesterday afternoon. I was out in Ipswich at the time. But the news came through that obviously Roberto De Zerbi is now is leaving his position as Brighton manager. Now what the people are saying, what the rumours are, is he's leaving by mutual consent, because apparently he wants to do things his way, but they've got to do it the Brighton way, and apparently he's not enjoying that way, and so there's been a difference of opinion between him and Tony Bloom. So it sounds like he's being pushed rather than he's walking, because apparently he doesn't want to leave the job, but he's being forced out now. I mean, look, what's your thoughts on that? Because I know how much you think De Zerbi's a good manager.
Yeah, because I follow this guy's career, Sassuolo and Benevento as well. When he played for Sassuolo, I mean, he plays football the right way, absolutely the right way. It's so exciting, scoring plenty of goals. The movement's great, conceded lots of goals as well. And when he was appointed at Brighton, I thought, you know what, Brighton's got a damn good manager there, but plenty of goals going to be scored, lots of goals going to be conceded. He plays fantastic stuff and plays with high risk reward. Yeah. But what a manager he is. I love De Zerbi. I think this guy's amazing, right? And the thing is, right, with it's the Brighton way, right? I mean, you got to know what the Brighton's all about. They buy players on the cheap and sell them on for profits, yeah? That's the Brighton way. Look how much they made on player sales. Millions and millions, way over 100 millions and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Let's be real, right? I mean, that's the Brighton way. And it's successful, yeah? It works to a certain point. But it cannot keep going like this. No. Right in a minute, it's successful. But one day, they're going to have to come out and say, right, you know what? We're going to push the boat out here. Do you know what I mean? And just take risk. Brighton needs to take the risk. And that's why De Zerbi is on his way. Do you know what I mean? I mean, look, I think Brighton's been a trick here. Do you know what I mean? You got to let the guy manage, or any manager manage. It's as simple as that. I mean, this guy... Right, Newcastle fans are going to say, "Oh, get De Zerbi in, blah blah blah." Right? We've got Eddie Howe. But if he was available and Eddie Howe's no longer the manager for Newcastle, that guy would be high on the list, because I think this guy is going to play exciting football. Yeah, I know people say he don't just score enough goals, but I tell you now, no one our fan base knows about De Zerbi before he moved to Brighton. Yeah, I knew him way before he went to Brighton, yeah? And that guy is one of the best young managers in Europe, yeah? I think he's going to take a break. And I also think he'll probably end up going back to Italy, yeah? Because AC Milan are looking for a manager. Juve is looking for, Thiago Motta's going to go to Juve for Bologna. That's the words going around, yeah? De Zerbi ain't going to go to Bologna. And also as well, Milan's available. Pioli could be on his way. And I think there could be a Milan job waiting for him. So we have to see what happens. But it's the Brighton way. I feel I'm sorry that he's leaving the Premier League, because De Zerbi is fun. I think he's a cracking manager, and he plays football the right way. But for me, I would not be surprised if Brighton got on Kieran McKenna. That's the words going around. I think Kieran should stay in Ipswich and get his foot on the table in the Prem.
Yeah, I don't think he'll go to... I don't think he'll leave Ipswich, to be fair. I think, you know, he owes them, doesn't he? You know, in a way. Yeah. Well, he doesn't owe them, but, you know... No.
Give him one season.
Because the first job comes.
No. Give him one season, or a couple with Ipswich, yeah? Get him under the table, and then there's plenty of time for him to come to the Premier to manage a bigger club. I heard United fans want him as well. Get in the bin, man. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. The guy's, what's he? King Perez, what's he? 34, 35? Let's be real.
Yeah.
I just think he's ready. Yeah. Stay at Ipswich, Kieran. You'll be fine. But De Zerbi, Well, wherever he goes, I wish him all the best, and
Mhm.
end up going to Italy.
You think that's where he'll end up? Yeah.
I think he'll end up because I know for a fact Pioli's going to be gone at the end of the season. Big up, Mary. Big up, Mary. Love.
I mean, also today, we've got a lot of finals going on today as well.
Yeah.
Also today, it's the last time we have to worry about this slot. There we are. Castor. Yes, yes, yes. Last time we'll be wearing one of their shirts today on the football field. Well, actually, no, I'll probably be wearing it in Australia, but in the Premier League, this will be the last time we're wearing it in the Premier League. Thank God. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the best thing that's ever happened, getting rid of these lot. These have been an absolute nightmare from day one. I remember the first year we had them, I got my shirt on pre-ordered my shirt when it first came out, and it took over 3 months for my shirt to arrive. Absolutely shocking from this company. Look, they've produced some nice kits, let's be honest, but the company itself cannot cope with the demand, and thank God Adidas has come along very, very shortly in the next couple of weeks. But John, are you glad to get rid of these now?
Oh, hallelujah, Tully. Hallelujah. They should never be in. I've not been funny, but I've preferred to give them a chance. And wrong shirts, yeah, the quality is not great. Don't get me wrong, I like this one though. That's the best shirt they've done for last season.
Yes.
I get that. Fit us perfectly. Yeah. I've gone from a large to a medium now because I lost only stone in weight. So that's I'm proud of that. But let's be real, Castore, yeah, I'm not being funny, but they were very poor make. I'm sorry, but I feel sorry for the likes of Villa. Good luck, Burnley. I believe you with Castore as well, but not for me. And I'm glad Adidas is coming in. So it's going to come in next month, the following month. Then I'm off to Japan.
Yeah.
For 10 nights and 2 games over there. And I'm going to do some vlogs as well. So check us out on that one, please. But you're right, Castore. Nah, not for me. I'm just glad they have been shocking.
Yeah. Trolls are saying Ramsdale, just no. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Trolls. Aaron Ramsdale, look, why is he not playing in the Arsenal team? There's a reason for that.
It's not good enough. It's just not been good enough.
And I don't want him anywhere near our team. I would rather go for Mamardashvili. Better, younger, and
cheaper.
Because remember, the wages Ramsdale's on would break our wage structure. And are we going to do that just to sign Ramsdale? I don't think so.
Listen, I mean, I know Sophie TV Guna, right? Guna Gossip, big up to Sophie, by the way. She's a big Arsenal fan, right? I want to try and get her on.
Yeah. I mean, we've got... today, I don't want to see Dubs in goal, but I've got a feeling he's going to start. I've just got that feeling he's going to start. And I want to see Pope in goal. I want to see Joe Linton start. We're not going to see Anthony Gordon because he's out injured, which we know about. He did say on the TV that he'd make sure he's ready for the Euros, though, which, you can't blame the lad. He wants to go and represent his country. You might not. Apparently, rumours going around that Isak will be benched today, which is interesting. Does that mean Wilson's starting up front then? But I don't know where people get these rumours from, so we'll wait and see when the team sheet comes out, which is in the next 10 minutes, and we'll find out who's exactly on that team sheet and who's not. Who do you want to see? And do you want to see Pope back in goal today?
100%. I mean, if we are going to get in Europe and win this game, Nick Pope's got to come in, no doubt about it. Yeah. I mean, Gordon might not make it, unfortunately. So we'll find out in about 10 minutes' time. But for me, it's going to have to be Pope in goal, the Kraft right back, Shah defence, along Dan Burn, Lewis Ward left back. Midfield three, it's got to be Bruno, Joe, and Anderson. The front three, it's going to have to be Barnes, Isak, and Gordon. That's my three, but there could be changes. But I've got a funny feeling Miggy's going to come in as well. And I know people are saying about Miggy, I mean, he's got 2 years left on his contract, by the way, right? The Saudis tried to get rid of him. They want him sold, right, in the summer. But Miggy come out and said that he wants to end speculation very early. He does not want to leave Newcastle United. And I've seen your tweet yesterday, Tony, so I like the tweet. And for me, if you're going to progress, Tony, right, I'm not going to lie, if you're going to progress in the phase 3 of the project, yeah, we can't have players like Miggy, Murphy, right, 36, yeah, and Dummett as well. There's Eddie talked about Dummett today, lavishing, bigging them up, right, saying how wonderful he's been at the club, yeah. Please don't give him another year's contract, Eddie Royer. Just don't. Because at the end of the day, I mean, if you do, and it goes bellies up next season, right, I fear for him. I really do fear for him. I love him, but I fear for him. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I mean, talking about him, Almiron, there he is on screen now. Yes, he says he doesn't want to leave. But look, at the end of the day, he had his purple patch last season where he was absolutely brilliant when he was scoring goals. But this season, he's just totally went backwards, in my opinion. Absolutely gone backwards. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there like Almiron. Look, I like him as well. But at the end of the day, you've got to look at the progression of the club, where the club want to be. We've got to start being ruthless. And maybe this is a club starting to be ruthless now. If you look at all seasons since Almiron's beaten Newcastle, he's got 176 appearances. He's scored 23 goals and he's got 6 assists. 6. Now, Jacob Murphy this year has played 20 games for us, scored 2 goals and 7 assists. So in 20 games a season, Murphy's got more assists than Almiron's got. What does that tell you?
Yeah, facts.
And that's on the Premier League's official site, those stats. So anybody can check them out there.
And before people jump on us, Tony, right, because we say how it is, right, I don't want people jumping on us. We're not having to go at players physically. We are not. What we're doing, we're just speaking facts, yeah? They're lovely, humble guys, right? The bottom line is, right, let's talk about them as footballers, yeah? Are they going to win me a title? Are they going to win me a cup? Are they going to get us top 4 regularly every single season? Big up to Yamin, by the way. Are they going to get us, top 4 regular sort of thing, yeah? You got to be consistent now because there's clubs now. Tottenham's going to improve. Villa's going to improve. Chelsea definitely improve, yeah? Brighton, whoever the new manager is definitely going to improve 110%, yeah? Tony, we've got to be ahead of them. We have got to be on point. We've got to get the signings in early, get rid of players in early before pre-season, yeah? Because I want to go to Japan with 4 or 5 signings in our back pockets.
Yeah. Another player that's now not wanting to leave the club in the summer is this guy here, Martin Dubravka. He's another one that doesn't want to leave now, apparently. Now, it seems strange all of a sudden because the club want to move on and progress and want to start getting rid of some of the players that they don't want at the club no more, that they feel that don't offer anything more to the club. Now don't want to leave. They're now going to dig their heels in. What I would say, if I was Eddie Howe, what I would say to Martin Dubravka and Almiron, say, look, it's better for your careers to move on because next season, can't guarantee you a place in the 25-man Premier League squad. And if you don't get in the 25-man Premier League squad, then all you're going to do is have to train every day, like Tonali's done, because Tonali's been suspended. That's all they can do all day, every day is train. And if they don't want to go and play football elsewhere and they just want to sit and train all day, then that's up to them. But, Dubravka will play in the Euros for Slovakia because he'll be ahead of Rodak, who's number 2 at Fulham. All you can hope for is Dubravka has a good Euros. I mean, I know Slovakia may get out of the group, and then I don't know who's in that group, I can't remember, but they may get out of that group, may get the next round, they may get knocked out, they may go out the group stage. We remember the last Euros when Dubravka conceded 6 against Spain. He's 35 now. He's done his time. As far as I'm concerned, he needs to be moved on in the summer. Has to be. Do you agree?
You're absolutely right. I thought Dubravka's contract is out at the end of the season. I'm sure his contract is up at the end of the season. I'm sure it is.
No, he's got another year till 2025.
Well, I tell you what, though, this is where Eddie's gonna have to, like you said, Eddie's gonna have to be ruthless. Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, we have to a goalkeeper. I know that much. Yeah, it's gonna
Mm.
be Madashvili, and Pope's gonna be number one to number two. Debraka, well, I'm sorry, he's got to go elsewhere. They're going to have to be ruthless because I'll tell you what, if that was a top four club, right? I mean, Conor Gallagher's got one year left on his contract, yeah? If he does get a new one, he'll probably put a hand over his hand and say, I'm going as well. But look at Anderson Maxman, right? He didn't want to leave, but he was told by Eddie he has to go. ASM said, you know what? I want to play football. I want to play football. Do you know what I mean? So he left
Yeah.
Newcastle for the best interest in Newcastle United. Do you know what I mean? But some of these players, right, want to be here. I mean, Minty, I want to see Minty play next season. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Minty. That guy has to start next season. Yeah. Put him on the right hand side. I know she's 19, is one of the most exciting players in Europe at the minute. If he plays for Feyenoord, he should play for Newcastle. And I've seen tweets yesterday saying like, yeah, but he should be getting another year elsewhere. No, if you're good enough, if you're young enough, you're good enough, Tony. Yeah, get this guy in, right? Give him a chance, right? He could surprise a lot of people, yeah? Because what Murphy and Miggy are doing, they're ruining this kid's career. He wants to be playing first. If he plays first team for Feyenoord, he's got to play first team for Newcastle. Give this lad a chance, yeah? And that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Change it up. If you change it up and it goes wrong, then we will have a go at you. We won't say out. I'm just saying it out there. I know people, you're not allowed to have an opinion on social media. Yeah, sorry, but I'm not a sheep. I just speak my mind. I say how it is. Because we've both been in the game, Tony, long enough, yeah? But the young ones thinks they're better than the older people, yeah? We've been there. We've seen what happens, yeah? Give Minty a chance. Give him a go.
I'm sure you'll get it. I'm sure you'll get a run in pre-season, John. He probably won't go back to Feyenoord because obviously Arnie Schlott's leaving there. He's going to Liverpool, as we know.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, yes, on goalkeepers, John. Yeah, that is the man we definitely want in. We have to get. He is a hell of a keeper. His strengths, he runs out. His handling's good. He's good at saving shots from outside the box as well. He's a fantastic keeper. And if we can get him, I would have him over Ramsdale all day, every day. Absolutely.
And even the months of Sundays. Yeah, listen, I mean, that guy, I mean, he's quick, plays balls on the back, and he makes shot stopping is absolutely outstanding from this guy because he's the best player for Valencia by a country mile. Without him, Valencia would be in big trouble in a minute. But this guy is a young keeper. Get him in. I mean, I don't watch a lot of the Spanish league. I'm not going to lie, but this guy's got rave reviews, and we do get this guy. Get him in early. 40 million quid for a goalkeeper. Cool. Get this guy in. And I've
got the team news, John. Yes, the team news. Are you ready for it? In goal. Welcome back, Nick Pope. Yay!
Get him.
At the back, we have Kraft, Fabian Schär, Dan Burn, the captain, Lewis Hall. Midfield 3 of Sean Longstaff, Bruno, and Joe Linton. Yay! Up front, we have Murphy on the right, Isak in the middle. So whoever put that out there got that totally and utterly wrong. And on the left, it is Harvey Barnes in place of Anthony Gordon. Now, the bench, this is very interesting, the bench. Dubravka, Trippier, Dummett, Wilson, Ritchie, Almiron, Anderson, White, and Alex Murphy. So that's the bench for Newcastle. So Wilson's back on the bench, but Isak is starting. Main thing is Nick Pope is starting as well, which is fantastic. And I will pop that team news up on screen in a moment. What's your thoughts on that team, John? We've got Popey back and we've got Joe Linton back.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, Anderson dropped again. I mean, what does 36 have to do to get dropped? For me, I think that's a apart from that, it's great to see Nick back in. It's good to see Harvey starting as well. And looks like Isak needs to be match fit as well, so he's in. Hall, I like Lewis Hall. I'm a massive fan of this guy. He is absolutely brilliant. And then you got Murphy on the right, Barnes on the left, and Isak up front. Yeah, I'm happy with that. But again, Anderson should be playing, and I think Longstaff should be dropped for me.
Well, Longstaff won't play as much. If he stays, won't play much next season because Tonali will be back. So, he won't get in that midfield. I mean, that is a team that probably should have played against Man United the other night. I mean, Lewis Hall, look, John, he's played well since he's come in. Now, we know Luke Shaw is out of the Euros now because he's not recovered from this thigh strain or whatever he's had. And he's had a setback. So he's now out of the Euros. Trippier will probably go there and start as the main left back now for England because we know Kel Walker has got the right back place. Can you see Lewis Hall making an attempt to get in that squad? Because I think the way he's played the last couple of months, I think he deserves to be in that England team. And maybe Gareth might have a look at him in the friendlies, John. What do you reckon?
I've got to kind of agree. You pick players by form, right? This guy, I mean, Lewis Hall's been outstanding for the last 2 games. He's been very impressive, yeah? Not just plays left back. He can go in the midfield. He can go wide. He has a shot on him as well. And, yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, I think Gav should have a look at him. And that's what you need to do. So get this guy in, right? Give him a try in the friendlies. See how he does. And go with it. But knowing Gareth, he'll probably sit his favourites again.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he can't take Shaw, can he? Because he's out. So, anyway, the team for Brentford today is Flecken in goal, Roslev, Zanka, Pinnock, Region, Norgard, Janelt, Jensen, Wissa, and Mbeumo and Ivan Toney make up the front. On the bench, Valdemarson, Morpie, Shardy, Godas, Lewis Potter, Damsgaard, Trevitt, Yarmuluk, and Cornac. So that is the Brentford team. I mean, Damsgaard, for me, I thought he looked this great player because when he played against England in those Euros and that free kick he scored at Wembley in the semis, that was one hell of a free kick, but he hasn't seemed to fit it after Brentford, has he, John?
No, it hasn't in a minute. Like, I mean, I watched this guy's career at Sampdoria, and he was one of the best players for Sampdoria. Plays as a 10 role, can play wide as well. And you know what it is, right? I mean, when they got him, I thought they got him for a good price, 13.5 million quid, I think it is. And I just cannot understand for Lavin why he's not starting. I just can't understand it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that he needs to get up to the speed to the demands of the Premier League, could be, but obviously Thomas Frank has got his 11th favourites and he go with it. He's going to go with it. And maybe next season, he may get Damsgaard. Do you know what I mean? For Brentford. So hopefully he may get in the first team. Who knows? He might even play Ivan Toney as a false 9. But again, you never know. But Thomas Frank knows, and he's only a young lad. It's time to come.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we know Brentford's going to be tough today. It's not going to be an easy game. Chelsea are at home to Bournemouth, as we know. Now, everybody is... And I just don't believe why everybody's all of a sudden saying, oh, well, Bournemouth will get absolutely walloped today off Chelsea. How do you know they're going to get walloped off Chelsea? As I've said, none of these games this weekend are going to be easy today because every player in these teams will play for their countries, whether it's in the Euros, Copa America. They will want to be impressing their international managers to say, look, make sure you pick me. I am worthy of a place. Look how well I'm playing. And so if people think Bournemouth will go there, roll over and get absolutely tongued by Chelsea, I think that's very dangerous to say that because you could, Bournemouth could well turn up there and totally shock them. If they turn up there and beat Chelsea and we win, we go 6th. So let that one sink in if we win. But we've got to do our job first and not worry about the others. Do our job first on the pitch, win the game, get the 3 points, then see what everybody else has done. Yes, if we go one down and Man U win against Brighton, it pushes us to 8th place. But that Man United team the other night, we should have beat that team. They were absolutely woeful. And we played the wrong team. And I'm afraid Eddie got it totally and utterly wrong on Wednesday night with his team lineup. He tried to be too nice to players when, as a manager, you've got to be ruthless. You've got to be ruthless. You know, it might be, say, we've seen it with Pep Guardiola. One game, Foden's electric, has a great game, but you'll play somebody else. The next team he plays, he may think, oh, actually, do you know what? I'm not going to have Phil Foden in this one, but I'm going to have Grealish in there because Grealish might do a job better than what Foden can in this one. And he'll change it. He'll stick Foden on the bench. You might have scored a hat-trick in the last game, but it'll be like, yeah, thanks for your hat-trick, Foden, but you're on the bench for this game. I need Grealish in for this. But that's how top managers or elite managers. It's true, though, John, isn't it?
100%. I mean, it's a squad game, not individuals. It's a squad game. Do you know what I mean? And they change it week in, week out. Depends on the opponents that have played. Yeah. But Eddie, we both love Eddie. He needs to be ruthless. That's what he's got to do. I think he's getting too nice to the players now. Yeah. And he gave us that hint after the Man U match and saying that he's going to have to stop being ruthless. It's as simple as that. I mean, football is a cruel game, right? But you're not there to make mates. You're here to do a job and to win football matches. Yeah. If you don't perform, then you get dropped. Simple as that. You just mentioned there about Phil Foden, right? Score a hat-trick, he gets dropped. Erling Haaland scores a hat-trick, he gets dropped. Yeah? He got to play as a team. There's no prima donnas in our Newcastle team at all whatsoever. Eddie won't allow it. But I tell you what, I mean, next season, it's going to be a massive season. A huge season for Eddie and a huge season for Newcastle. Because I tell you now, some of these players who we've got now have played since Rafa Benitez, Steve Bruce. I can go as far back as Steve McClaren as well. Yeah, we should not be a family. Yeah, this is ruthless. This is a profession. If I were for a company, right, who I'm known for 10 years and I don't do my job right, I'll be sacked. I'll be sacked. So would you. So would a chat. Yeah, but next season, right, I want to see different faces in the team. I want to see. You got players like the out of contract players. They've got to go as well. Yeah, they've got to be gone. Don't hand one of your deals to people like Dummett, Ritchie, and Dubravka as well. Do you know what I mean? They need to be gone. They need to be gone. I'm sorry, but I mean the fact is, I'm ambitious. You're ambitious. I want the best for Newcastle United, yeah? But one thing I'm going to say, if people want to keep Miggy, people want to keep Dummett, people want to keep the backer, right? Ask yourself one question. Do you want to be ambitious? And if you want to keep those sort of players, then use or not. If you want to evolve and keep turning, keep rebuilding, you know what? I'm up for that. Look at Brighton. They rebuild every single season. We are a bigger club in Brighton. We got to be along those lines.
Yeah.
I could be
absolutely,
wrong.
John. Absolutely, we've got to be. Yeah, we've got to be. We've got to be up there. I mean, look, we've seen today, Sky, you've got on the Man City game, which is fair enough because it's a title match, and TNT Sports are showing the Arsenal Everton game, which is fair enough because, again, it's a title race. And one of those teams slips up, one wins the league. Simple as. If City slip up against West Ham, Arsenal win. They win the league on goal difference. Now then, so we see that one's on. Chelsea's on the TV against Bournemouth. Now, on Sky, we also have two teams with nothing to play for whatsoever. Liverpool versus Wolves. Now, yes, it's Klopp's last game in charge of Liverpool. And yes, the fans might be very sad about it. But why does that have to be on TV? Why can't it be us? because at the end of the day, we've got something more to play for than what Liverpool's got to play for or Wolves has got to play for. I understand it's his last game, but come on, Sky, TNT, wake up. You know, the race for Europe's a three-way race because Chelsea's still involved in it. We're involved in it. Man United's involved in it. If Chelsea lose today, and I think if we win, we go 6th, and Man U would jump ahead of Chelsea and go 7th and knock Chelsea down to 8th. So at the end of it, Chelsea could end up being in 8th place. Now, for me, that should have been on TV today, whether it was between Sky and TNT Sports. What about you, John? What do you think about the Liverpool game being on TV? Do you think it's right or wrong?
I think it seems to me they don't like Newcastle. Yeah, we got something to play for. Yeah, and I think they should show us as well, because to see how it goes and that. But it seems to me, right, Sky only wants to film or show live the big teams: Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and that's it. Yeah, even Tottenham, Chelsea. The rest of them, we don't exist anymore. We don't exist anymore. Yeah, and that's the thing. But it's just, yet again, it's the cartel again. They want to film to show the big 6 games. That is it. And I'm just getting kind of sick of it now. Do you know what I mean? What is the point of showing that Liverpool Wolves game? Yeah, Jurgen Klopp's last game. I get it, you know, but yeah, I'm sorry. It just goes to show, doesn't it? It's the Big 6 league. That's all it is. Big 6 league, and that's it. That's all there is to it. But one thing I will say to you, Tony, I hope that Newcastle United, 1 year, win the title, win a cup. And I'll tell you what, we better get exposure out of that. We better get exposure, because I'll tell you now, if we don't, and our fans will know about it, believe you me, right, we'd be going all in on Sky.
Yeah. Tiger says, Tony, thoughts on Ramsdale coming in potentially just shows how it's going to waste a bunch of money in the summer. Again, on average crap. I mean, look, we don't want Ramsdale coming in, Tiger. Eddie Howe seems to have an obsession, with English players for some reason. But as you've seen, you can go abroad and get players a lot cheaper. The Premier League is expensive for buying players. And I don't know where people even got this story from. It was £15 million to Arsenal. Arsenal want more than 15 million quid for Ramsdale. And even Ramsdale says it's news to him. He doesn't know nothing about it.
Yeah. Whoever reported that, right? Who reported it? I'll tell you where it started with.
Sky.
Football London. And Football London. Football London is the one that I don't take seriously. Football London is a wannabe journalist there. Do you know what I mean? I said that to Pete the other day. I would not trust Football London as far as my own ass. Yeah? Let's be real. Or it could be the Sun. Nah, I'm sorry. Aaron Ramsdale, I don't really want him to be fair. I really don't want him to be fair. And this is the thing with Eddie. He wants to sign English players like Torsin Adariabo, right? He's English, Mancunian, yeah? Who else is it? Aaron Ramsdale, Lloyd Kelly, yeah? The question is, are they going to improve Newcastle? Are they really going to improve Newcastle? Lloyd Kelly is injury prone, yeah? Torsin, I spoke to a guy yesterday, he came on my channel. I don't know if you watched it, Emilio, come out and said that he ain't that great, yeah? I hope that Eddie knows what he's doing. I hope he knows exactly what he's doing. It might be free, but if they were that great, they would have signed their contracts with their clubs. Then what do I know? What do I know?
Yeah. Just want to say thank you to Mary. She's gifted 10 NUFC Black and White TV memberships. Thank you very much indeed,
Thank you, Mary.
For your kind generosity there. And the people who have benefited from Mary's generosity is Jam Stasha, Jocadoni, Tanji Vivid, Alessandro Minetti, Mark, Scott O'Brien, Mason, Hellfox, Brian, and Lewis as well. So well done to you guys for getting the membership off Mary as well. And a big shout to Trolls as well. He's gifted 5 Black and White TV memberships. Thank you very much indeed, Trolls.
Big up, Trolls. Big up, Trolls. Big up, Trolls.
So, yeah, absolutely, John. Absolutely. Thank you very much indeed, Trolls, for that. And the members for that one is Craig Wright, Paul Gardner, Mad Mag, Jake. and Trevor Turner as well. I mean, look, next week we've got, obviously today we've just seen that Crawley Town have beaten Crewe Alexandra 2-0, so they're now promoted to League One next season. After all the problems they had last year with their former manager. Look, next week we've got the big one, and I'll be watching that next Sunday because I like watching these matches. I think they're great, these playoff finals at Wembley. They're absolutely fantastic. The drama, because, at the end of the day, it's on a knife edge. But this is like the £100 million game, and that's exactly what it is. Who the referee is, we're not sure yet. But, I mean, look, Leeds versus Southampton. That is going to be a cracking game. That is going to be a close game. I mean, one, are you going to watch it, John? And two, who do you think will win that final?
First answer, yes, I will be watching it. And the one, I think, Leeds. But don't forget Southampton beaten twice. That's gone out the window now. It's all about this game. It's a one-off game. Who wants it the most? Who's going to be up for it? I mean, both teams play fantastic stuff as well. For me, I think Leeds will do it because where it really matters, I think Leeds will find a way. They will find a way. And I tell you what, if Leeds do get promoted, it'd be great for football in Yorkshire as well. And Leeds, it deserves Leeds in the Premier League. Southampton and the Russell Martin, yes, he's arrogant, but I tell you what, he plays some cracking stuff as well. And if Southampton are to go up, they need to improve big time. Can they do it?
Well, if Southampton come up, they'll probably buy Ryan Fraser off us, so that'll be fantastic news.
I hope that's the case. I really do hope that's the case.
But then if Leeds come up, they want to buy Longstaff, so but both can't come up.
Yeah, man. Exactly. We'll win. It's all win. It's win-win. Win-win all day. Win-win.
Yeah.
Is that the new thing now? Is that the thing now? Is that the new thing now to these gifts memberships now?
It's always been there, John, in the chat. People can gift memberships.
I get you.
Yeah. So they gift the memberships off there, and yeah.
Thanks, man.
It's always been there, John. Just click the dollar sign, and then it gives them the options. Of what they want to do. Foxy says it's a right decision from Sky. Casual fans will have more interest in watching Klopp's last game. If it was all about the so-called Big Six, the Man U game would have been on live as well.
Yeah, facts. Every week, Foxy speaks sense.
Yeah. Tiger says, how out it's time to get an elite manager. What do you reckon, John?
The thing is, right, I'd love to get an elite manager in, but Eddie's our manager. I mean, I want him here for many years to come, to be fair. But these Saudis will not accept second best. And another thing is, you're going to get an elite manager in, then that elite manager is going to have to spend quite a lot of money. And that's number one. And also got this FFP as well. So they're going to be thinking, you know what? I don't think I'm going to make it. Look at Villa. Villa wants to spend money on Emery, just got in the Champions League. And they can't do it. They can't do anything. So, do you know what it is? I just think someone needs to happen. But I'll keep Eddie Howe. I'll keep Eddie.
Emery's already favourite to be first sack next season.
Emery?
Yeah.
What, favourite for the Premier League? You're joking?
Favourite to be sacked next season, apparently.
Oh, you're having a laugh.
Because they reckon once he's got the Champions League games, he'll not cope.
Nah. They won't sack him. They will not sack him. It's got
depends, John. Depends how they get it. It depends how they start and how they
go on. He's got a new contract anyway. He's got a new contract anyway. I mean, if they sack Emery, that'd be disgrace, man. I'm telling you. That'd be an utter disgrace.
I saw that from a pundit the other day. I think it was Sky pundit or something. He said, if Emery doesn't start off well next season, he'll be the first one sacked.
Well, they must be absolutely mad. I'm telling you. Who do you want in? Jose?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jota Donny. He's gifted 10 black and white memberships. Thank you very much indeed. And the ones who have got memberships, thanks to Jota Donny, is Foxy, Christina Johnson, Ross McFarlane, Jarvis Cocker, I Coffee, Craig Graham, and Pete WW, and Lawrence as well. And also Angela Baby as well, and Andy Ford. So thank you very much indeed to Jacques Redoni as well for your gifting of 10 memberships as well.
Well done, guys.
But today we need to win this game, John. We need to win this game. What's your prediction today, John?
I'm going to say, if I'm honest with you guys, I'm going to stick with 2-2 because we will score goals. We are going to see goals as well. But now with Pulpus back, that might just change my mind. I'm going to say 2-1 to Newcastle because now Nick Pulpus back. And it's doing brilliant. So we need to start well. It's the game we must win. 11 defeats in the Premier League this season. That is absolutely shocking. That needs to be changed up in the summer, and it needs to be changed. I don't want to see 11 defeats away next season. Yeah, you can't take that form into the new season. I'm sorry, Gareth, but 2-1 to Newcastle. I have changed my mind now. Nick Pope was back, Julian starting, and yeah, I look forward to it now. 2-1.
Yeah. Andrew says, good show, lads. How are the lads? Last time this season, 7 bastard nil. You keep saying 7-0 every game. You get close to it. Well, I think you said 7-0 against Sheffield United. We beat them 8-0, didn't we, Andrew? So, yeah.
Did I?
You nearly got that one right. 80s Gamer says, when we had to take honesty, didn't expect to be watching Longstaff each week.
That's a fair shout. That is a fair shout.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got to go in the summer. The club needs to sit down with these players and say, look, this club is going in a totally different direction. We want to go to this place. But with yous, we can't go to that place because you can't get to that place. So to get that place, we have to sell you on to bring in revenue for the club to help the FFP situation. Then we can go out and buy the players that are quality above you and bring them in. Just be honest with them, and if you don't move, you'll basically be just training every day because you won't be in the 25-man squad. And for the sake of that careers, these players really do need to move on. And I mean, look, we've got the friendlies coming up in Australia. Now, I'm against this. I don't like this idea. I think it's stupid. Stupid time of the season to do it after a grueling long Premier League season when not only we played Premier League, but we played Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup. Now they've got to go on this trip. And, okay, the Euros don't start until the 14th of June. But obviously, Gareth Southgate names his squad next week, I believe. And then there's obviously a couple of friendlies before we head out to Germany to play our first game against Serbia. Which, by the way, we should beat Serbia. Now then, look, I can kind of see where Kieran Trippier's coming from. Why do I want to go and travel all that way? It's not like it's going around the corner to Benidorm, which is only a couple of hours away. You're going 25 hours away. I can see where Trippier's coming from on that one. Not only have you got Trippier going there, who could be in the England squad, you've got Anthony Gordon. You've got say Lewis Hall. He could be in the England squad, who knows? Off the Spurs side, you'll have Maddison, who probably get picked for England. But not only that, we've got other players like Dubravka will be going off. Nick Pope might get back in the England team, who knows?
Agreed.
And then you've got the Copa America. So of our team, you've got Joe Linton, Bruno, who will be going to play in the Copa America, Almiron as well. So, there's lots to think about. And it's not only the fact that they're travelling this distance, it's a fact is, if they go there, say for instance, Joe Linton goes, picks up an injury, that rules him out till pre-season. He's going to be mightily peeved off that he's not going to go and represent Brazil in Copa America. The Brazilian manager might not be too happy that Joe Linton's not available for Copa America either. Be the same with England. If, say, for instance, Anthony Gordon went there and picked up an injury and was out the Euros, because he's miles ahead of Rashford we'll have to sit and watch Rashford every game. So I can see where I mean, what's your thoughts on it, John? Do you think we should just take youth players? Really, I know the Australian guy, the fans down there want to see the big stars and everything, but at the end of the day, there's big competitions coming up, which is bigger than a friendly match, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of agree. I mean, look, I mean, it's good for Newcastle to go to Australia for exposure, yeah. So you had to sell our club, yeah. But I'll kind of agree. I mean, it's good. You have to get the younger players going through to Australia. But what the Aussies want to see, they want to see bigger names. That is the thing. They want to see bigger names there, right? I know it's tough, but I think it's for me. When I look at it, I thought that's poor timing to go in me, poor timing. But can I see the reason why they've done it? It's because exposure again. Yeah, I know Trippier's not happy about this. I'm sure other players are not happy about this, but they've got to do it. But for fans, I mean, going there, like Adam Peely and a few others going to Australia as well. Hope you have a good journey, etc. But and it's sold out as well. Those games are
Mm-hmm.
sold out as well. So they're going to see the bigger names going there. But I think it's a bad time. If you they announced it in March, didn't March, April time. That's short notice,
Yeah.
man. Too short notice. If I've done it in January, cool. I get that. But come on. This is just ridiculous. Even Spurs are peed off about this as well. But we got to go with it, Tony. We got to go with it now. It's happened. So just do it. You got to do it now. It's happened now. But just don't let it happen again. And if you're going to do these kind of trips in May, let us know way and put in advice and a notice for the fans as well. But for me, it's good for exposure, but not for the players.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a money making thing, but yeah, it's not really ideal at the end of the season, especially when there's big competitions coming up, like the Euros, like the Copa America. And you don't want to lose your best players, and that's the thing. It's
Definitely not. Definitely not. That is the thing. And it is so frustrated. Do you know what I mean? Look at players like Trippier, could be Gordon, could be Wilson. What if they get injured? They're not going to make the Euros. Simple as that. That is the bottom line. And it is frustrating. But we got to go with it now. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, going back to today's game, I think it's going to be a tough game. Look, we've not got a bad record down there. We've won a few games down there. I think it's going to be nervy. I think Brentford are going to make us play for it and going to make us want to win it. You know, they're not going to just sit there and say, well, there's the goal, score as many as you want. They're going to make it as difficult as possible. Thomas Frank's done yet another great job for Brentford. This is our third season in a row now. They've stayed in the Premier League. Normally, after the first season, it's normally second season syndrome, but he didn't. He kept them up well and truly, and he's done it again this season. I'm going to take us to win 3-1. That's what I'm going for, a 3-1 win. I think we can do it. Yeah, 3-1 for us, and I think Isak will get on the score sheet. I think Harvey Barnes will get on the score sheet, and I think Bruno will score a screamer from outside the area. Because not only this, guys, it's not only the fact that we want to win this game for Europe. There's another reason we want to win this game. To finish above Manchester United for the first time in the Premier League. And this is what we need to do. Finish above them. And if we win this game, we finish above them. And that'll be absolutely fantastic. So not only will we be happy about that, but we'll be happy we'll have European football. We now just hope that the Mancs go and play City next week and City absolutely take them apart, because the way I'm looking at the minute, I could see these lucky twats going to Wembley and turning City over 1-0 with a fluky goal and knocking us out of bloody European competition, which would be a bitter pill to swallow. So let's hope City are on fire in that FA Cup final and they absolutely smash them. I mean, we saw Jim Ratcliffe talking. He's been talking about he wants this Wembley of the North in Manchester. This guy is an absolute melt, John. He's an absolute melt. He doesn't like the fact that Wembley's the only place that you can go and watch a cup final or anything like that. There's a reason why Wembley's the place, because one, it's the national stadium. It's in London. It's always been the national stadium, you know. For as long as Wembley Stadium's been there, that's where FA Cup finals are played. That's where League Cup finals are played. So, you know, he needs to really think about what he's saying before he starts opening his trap. And if he thinks us taxpayers are going to pay and help build a stadium for him, I've got a sign for Jim Ratcliffe. Take that, mate. No chance. Why should I waste? Why should my taxpayer money and everybody else's who pays taxes? Why should we waste our money on a stadium? We know he had Keir Starmer there. If he gets into power and he decides, oh yeah, we'll have a nice stadium there out of taxpayers' money, Keir Starmer won't be long in office. Let me tell you that now, John.
No chance. Absolutely no chance. I mean, that's Man United. Yeah, it's their problem. Let them deal with it. Do you know what I mean? We should have to pay a thing. It should be for the supporters to foot the bill as well. And I think as well, if they want to buy the club or build a new stadium, do it out of their own pockets. Don't get us involved in it. Because Tony, I tell you what, if anything happens to our stadium, I expect the fans to pay for us as well. Now, tell them to get stuff. It ain't gonna happen. Jim Ratcliffe, go and take a hand for you know what.
Yeah, absolutely, John.
That's it.
Bucko says, when does the transfer window open? The day the Euro starts, Friday the 14th of June. There you go. That's when the transfer window opens. But don't expect to be any transfer business, because whilst the Euros are on, there's going to be players that we're going to look at probably in the Euros to see who we want, you know, what players may come to light and think, oh yeah, he's worth a punt or whatever. So I think a lot of transfer business is going to be quiet through June while the Euros are on.
I agree.
I mean, John, I saw that France team. They're not taking Olise, which I'm very surprised they've not took Olise, to be honest with you. But I look at that French team, John, doesn't frighten me, and I think I'll be lucky if they get the semi-finals with that team. It looks very, very poor, in my opinion.
I'll be honest, I haven't even checked their squad out at all. Like, is it the same, or is it the ones who've not heard before? Like, or because I know they've got the same players in and Mbappe's in.
Yeah, I've got the squad here. Right, let's run through the squad. Who France have this is who France have picked for their squad. So goalkeepers is Areola, West Ham, Mike Maignan, AC Milan, and Brice Samba of Lens. Defenders, Jonathan Klaus, Marseille, Canate, Liverpool, William Saliba, Arsenal, Jules Koundé, Barcelona, Theo Hernandez, AC Milan, Ferland Mendy, Real Madrid, Benjamin Pavard, Bayern Munich, Dayot Upamecano,
into Milan.
Munich. Who is?
Yeah. Pavard.
Yeah.
Into Milan.
Oh, they've got, just the BBC have got him down as Bayern Munich still, so I don't know why. Midfielders, N'Golo Kante is being recalled. Camavinga, Rabiot, Griezmann, Chouamani, Zaire Emery. He's a good player, by the way. Fofana of Monaco.
Yeah, I like him.
The forwards, Mbappe, obviously he was going to be in there. Barcola, Ousmane Dembele, Kingsley Coman, Marcus Thuram, Kolo Muani, and Olivier Giroud. But to be honest with John, I look at that squad and I think, yeah, okay, there's some decent players in there. I don't think they'll win the Euros with that squad, if I'm honest.
I wouldn't rule it out, though. I would never rule out France out. But if England play them against France, this should be our time. This should be our time, Tony, because I truly believe that we should have the squad and the capability to sort things out.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
We'll see, but it's still a strong French team. Not going to lie to you, but we'll see what pans.
Are you surprised Kante's back in, John?
Yeah, very, because that's Saudi now, isn't he? He must be playing well over there.
Yeah, Al-Ittihad.
He must be.
Yeah.
He must be. Because I think he's doing really well. So, listen, he's only still got it. and a game stay out of course.
Yeah. Last night we saw. I mean, a lot of people probably tuned in for the boxing last night. And what a fight that was, by the way. Um, Somebody had to lose their undisputed titles, both
Yeah.
unbeaten boxers. We saw Usyk come out on top over Fury through a split decision.
Yeah, I didn't really split. I mean,
Now,
Usyk won the
Fury's
hand.
come out and said he thinks he won that fight and he thinks it's because the war's in Ukraine and the siding with them. Now, I thought that was bad crack coming out of his mouth. I thought, sorry, Tyson Fury, I don't agree with you. You know, slandering him because he's from Ukraine and saying that because they've got a war that they've got the sympathy vote. It's not. I thought Usyk, if I'm honest, was the better fighter. I thought Tyson Fury messed on too much showboating for me at times. I think dearly cost him. He was lucky in the ninth round not to be knocked out because, look, a lot of people are saying the referee deliberately didn't want him to be taken out of the ring, so he didn't call it. The referee could have quite easy in the ninth round said, "That's it, finished, over." Um, he looked very, very wobbly, and I think if there wasn't that 20 seconds on that clock, I think Fury would have been knocked out in that round, definitely without a doubt.
He would have done.
Yes, okay, he got himself organised and come back, but to me, I think Usyk was the worthy winner, if I'm honest, and you know, Usyk fought a good match. Yes, okay, Tyson won a few rounds, so did Usyk. But I think the right one won the boxing match. What about you, John?
Yeah, 100%. I watched that boxing yesterday. I thought Usyk's fantastic. I mean, look, Usyk first 3 rounds, Fury next 3, possibly 4, and then Usyk took over. And I tell you what, the 9th round, you're right, 20 seconds more, and Usyk would have knocked him out. He would have knocked him out, but he didn't want to stop him because there's 25 years in the making, right? He didn't want to be embarrassed. But Usyk, technically brilliant. And I'll tell you now, if the fight happens again, right, between those two, Usyk will beat him again, Tony. Usyk will beat him again.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think. I mean, Fury's got to make some adjustments and he's got to come up with a different plan. But for me, I think Usyk will as well. Usyk can find a way. And trust me when I say this, I think Usyk could do it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I sort of agree with what those pundits said last night. Although, yes, he said there's a rematch clause there. You've got, and I thought the same as what they were saying. They think Tyson Fury will have a few days away thinking about it. He might even call it a day and say, you know what? His wife might say, look, I don't want you fighting no more. I don't want this anymore. Got enough money, just retire. You know,
Yeah.
we've got kids.
And so where else to go now?
And
I don't think there's else to go.
yeah, so I think it could be. It could be all over, but again, we never know. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think it'll definitely be a hard fight for him next time if he fights Usyk again. Usyk's a warrior.
He is at 37. And I tell you what, I mean, showboating didn't help him at all whatsoever. And I think the better boxer won. But how it's a split decision to it, I haven't got a clue. I think one of the judges scored 114, 113 to Fury, which I think where does that came from? Do you know what I mean? But if Fury won that, it would have been the biggest injustice in boxing history because Usyk was levels.
Mm-hmm. He was. Foxy says a French squad strong, to be honest, the team to beat for sure. I mean, yeah, Foxy, I mean, there's some great players in that French team. I'm only going off again what I was reading the other day from pundits saying that they didn't think the French team was that good, to be honest. But yeah, never know. We'll see what happens. I mean, Paul's got a question here as well, and he says, "Will Minty be back in time for Spurs in this friendly?" I mean, I think there's 5-0 play today, or have they played yesterday? I can't remember. I don't know when they play, actually. I think Holland played today.
Be interesting. That's a good
He could
question, Paul.
be. I can't see why he couldn't be back, John, to be honest. I'm just going to have a look when 5-0 play. I'm sure they play today.
Oh, sure.
La Liga finishes, League 1 finishes. Yes, Eredivisie finishes today. Yeah, Feyenoord's played the 1-4-0. And let's look at the lineup.
Should be it then.
Mintier wasn't in the starting lineup. He came on after 60 minutes. Mintier.
Could be a rest
So
then.
you got half an hour. So yeah, maybe Paul. That's a very good question. That is. Foxy says if Tyson Fury carries on as he needs to, not have his dad about shambolic behaviour from him throughout the week with the headbutt just brings too much negativity. I agree, Foxy. I thought that was bad. Bad. You know, at the end of the day, people are going to have something to say about your opponents, but you don't go to that levels of headbutting somebody. Absolutely disgraceful.
100%. Don't need it. Don't need it at all.
I think I said on next up, Fury's pants may fall down now as he has no belts. Heavyweight boxing under Klitschko. Fury made it entertaining again. Joshua is a pumped up bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Joshua must be a bit peed off when Fury lost his belts because he wanted to fight Fury for the belts.
Yeah.
But what I've seen yesterday, do you think Joshua beat Fury?
I know Joshua took out Ngannou in the second round and knocked him out more than what Fury did with Ngannou, didn't he? But
True.
So again, you never know, John. You never know. It's all on the day. But I thought yesterday, I just thought Fury yesterday. To be honest with you, I just thought he just tried to be too cocky at times and the showboating, and I just thought, come on, you're more interested in showboating than you are fighting, and I think that's what lost him the game. And BS says Joshua's been avoiding Fury for years as well. Right, guys and girls, we're coming at the end of this stream now, so it's been a great show. As I say, before we do drop off as well, don't forget to smash that like. It does help the channel, so follow Sean the Sheep and smash those likes. If you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe. Come and join this great community we got you at. Also hit that bell notification to tell you future shows, pre-records and upcoming shows. Talking about the future shows, I mean, obviously there'll be a review tomorrow for the Brentford game. And then it's sort of like it's end of the season, so I'll probably do maybe something for the two friendlies we've got. I'll definitely be doing something over the Euros as well, so I'll be doing Euro roundups every night at 10 p.m, so do catch those. I'll try and do England pre-match warm-up shows, but maybe not the Denmark one because that's a 5 o'clock kickoff, so that'll be a bit tight to do that one, but definitely the first one against Serbia. Yeah, so do catch us for the Euros as well. So we're going to have a month with the Euros, which is great. We're going to have some football to watch for a month, which is fantastic because it means the season comes around a little bit quicker as well. Because it's boring when there's no football. So at least we'll have a month of football. And then we've got the pre-season coming up after not long after the Euros. And then we come back to the Premier League season also in June. Not only do we go to Adidas, we also find out on June the 18th who we play in the Premier League next season. So the fixture list will be out. Are we home first game or are we away first game? Who knows? But we'll find out on June 18th. John, give a shout out to your channel and what you got coming up, mate.
Thanks for having us on, Tony. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the chat as well. And for those who've not been on my show before, this is my channel. And if I'm allowed, there you go. We put Tony's last week channel name. And this John Sinclair TV. I'm also on TikTok, which I'm doing sending content as well now. So I'm on TikTok as well. John Sinclair TV, YouTube, of course, on social media, and also Twitch. I'm not bothered about Twitch as much. Instagram on Instagram as well. Coming up, match reaction at 6:15. Tony, you up for that one?
Yeah, absolutely, John. Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah.
6:15. So please, I'll be on that channel 6:15. If you've not been in my channel, please make sure you smash the subscribe button as well, please, guys. I appreciate that if you do. And then I've got Joe Villafan coming on, join us this week. He's just going to talk about football, my team, his team as well. And he's looking forward to that. And if you haven't checked out the video done yesterday with Emilio, which is Torsten Adara Yabo, the Fulham defender, scouting report, please check out on that one as well and put a like on that one as well. And other than that, just keep your eyes out really, because I could be doing keep and sell as well, and also going to do the player ratings, end season player ratings as well. I'll be coming up pretty soon.
Oh, brilliant, John, brilliant. So there we go, guys. Plenty for you to watch anyway. And as I say, there's plenty of football through June because we got the Euros, so we'll all be happy with that as well. And as I say, it makes the football season come around that little bit quicker as well. So at least it's not the World Cup where it was in Qatar and you have to wait in the middle of the year to do it. At least this is in June, and it just makes the Premier League come around that little bit quicker.
It does, which is good. Japan as well, Tony. Japan in July,
Yeah.
which the flights has now been done. I'll just go ring up and pay the rest of the money in the week and just say, I'll get it done over and done with. And the hotels, I pay for that as well. I've booked a hotel, which I'm going to pay while I'm in Japan. So once I'm in Japan, Tony, I pay for it as well. But yeah, it'd be good.
Absolutely, John. It'll be great over there. Anyway, guys and girls, remember the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. And enjoy the game wherever you're watching it, whatever you're watching it. But do enjoy the game. Hopefully, we get the win. All we need to do is win the game, and don't care about anybody else. Just win the game. That is it. Simple as that. Easier said than done. But if we can get the first goal, instead of going behind and then starting to play, let's start playing first and let's get the first goal and then kick on from there. Yeah. But until then, we will see you later. Enjoy the game. Away the lads.
Relax. Take care.